Today on DNVR Buffs Live, we are currently coming to you from the Oklahoma Panhandle, and I am pretty sure this is the first ever podcast recorded in this region. Let's go!
I tried to time it.
Welcome into the DNVR pregame show.
Hey, might as well, you know.
Kinda, yeah.
We're here.
Yeah. Well, full one tomorrow, but
Yeah.
we are live from the road. I have no idea where we are.
We are in, I always love these sorts of updates. We are in, approaching Boise City, Oklahoma.
All right, shout out
All
Boise
right.
City, Oklahoma.
In the heart of the Oklahoma Panhandle, a place that does not have a great reputation. But on the bright side of things, we are moving.
We are moving.
We are moving.
Yeah,
and
jeez.
we have been moving pretty consistently, except for one very legitimate scare.
Mm-hmm.
When we ran into a road closure that must have closed just minutes before we got there.
Yep.
I think we were the fourth car to approach the blockage that was there. Then we had to turn around this massive 45-foot bus
Yep.
on a two-lane road,
Uh-huh.
and the wheels were spinning for a second.
That they were.
And we started to have to consider what was going to happen. But Kenny Highways, as always,
The man.
got us out of a bind, got us out of a pickle, and got us back on the right track. And now, I don't want to jinx anything, but
Oh, we're good.
we're
man.
out of Colorado.
Yeah, we're
It-
There's still snow.
yeah, I didn't actually realize that it snowed in Oklahoma.
Oh, I have a story about that.
And I guess it probably snows in northern Texas, too.
It doesn't rain in Southern California, though.
There you go.
That's the song.
And anyways, we made it. We are kind of into the home stretch now. I believe we're about 3.5 hours out from where we're headed. So a very eventful morning. But shout out to Kenny Highways, man.
I have a question.
pillar of perseverance.
Because I don't know this snow stuff.
Okay.
So our RK is spot on. We were like the fourth vehicle back.
Right.
Only bus, but fourth vehicle back from the road closing. Is it better to get there just as it closed, or do you want to be that last car that made it?
No, absolutely.
I was thinking about that too.
Because what about the people who's in front of us that made it before it closed and they get stuck out there?
Like, what if Jake wasn't 15 minutes late this morning?
Yeah.
Would we have made it through and then been in adverse, dangerous conditions?
Yeah.
You guys were still packing the bus when I showed up. Plus, I had to battle a blizzard in a two-wheel drive
Yeah,
car.
well, you were still packing the blunt.
No, I was not. It was definitely not.
Good wordplay, though.
Thank you. Definitely not at this hour. All right, let's talk about the team in the game. Welcome back to for the last couple of days, I guess. Welcome back to Colorado.
Yeah, I've been here. Yeah. It's a great little bye week. Good chance to go home.
Well, yeah. How was your bye week?
It's outstanding. It's outstanding. You know, you guys talked a lot of shit all summer long about coming to Jack State's homecoming and you know,
Whoa,
no shows.
Hold on.
No,
man.
you
it's
don't
all
get
good.
to whoa. I get to whoa.
What?
I had a real reason.
Yeah.
I didn't go because you didn't go.
What does that have to do with you, though?
Exactly. He didn't want me to have FOMO. That's a homie.
Okay. All right.
How was
Unbelievable.
it, though? I honestly wish I could have gone. Someone was, like, actually at our necks in the YouTube comments that we didn't go. Like, I
know.
wanted to go more than anything.
It was outstanding. You know, I told the Funky Dope producer, Jack State homecoming is a lot like Fight Club. Really can't talk about it. You got to be there.
Okay.
Good times, great times. It really starts Thursday night. There was a little rain in the area, but the next day, Friday and Saturday, were just perfect for it. So good attendance. We partied hard. We got in Jake mode.
Let's go.
Yeah, we got in Jake mode.
Hell yeah.
Bucket Jake mode?
Yeah, bucket Jake.
What is bucket Jake? Oh, Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking to greenery Jake mode, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wait, which one?
Standard Jake mode.
Standard operations Jake mode.
Just, you mean a smart, wonderful, delightful person?
Exactly. My God.
How was practice this week?
I'm going to tell you, man, it's a tale of 2 bye weeks.
Yeah?
You guys know, and the fans out there know, we had a bye week.
Uh-huh.
We came back from it. We lose to Kansas State at home by that much.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say that this staff of these players doing that particular bye week slack, because that wasn't the case. But we did have more days off than on in that bye week. Totally different vibe with this one. I think the players were just off maybe 2 days.
Yep.
Like that Friday right after practice and all day Saturday. So that was a extra half week of preparation for one game. And then you had your full week of where you just dialed in specifically for this opponent. And one thing I know about Coach Prime and this quarterback, you give them time, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It literally is just that simple. They've had great time preparing for this game.
Yeah. Do you have something? I was going to ask something else. I already forgot.
Injuries. The one that I haven't heard this week that I'm most interested in is Micah Welch.
Micah was in the weight room at Wednesday's practice, doing the injured players workout. So, of course, we're on the road now. Wasn't in practice this morning. So, based on what I saw Wednesday, I would say it's still a scratch.
Okay.
It seems like the team, though, overall is healthier than the last bye week, right?
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that when you mix in a different group of guys being healthy, plus the team's just overall synergy and energy being higher than it was, we're in a better place now than we were then. Absolutely.
So Travis is he's 100%.
Yeah, he was just his typical rest days.
Cool.
Yeah. So, when you get into game week and you see Shedeur sit a day or Travis sit 2 days, it has nothing to do with injury.
Well, I guess the big story coming out of practice this week is we saw him well off Tyler Brown in the blue jersey, kind of playing both ways.
Absolutely.
What did you see from that?
That dude is strong.
That's all we hear.
And then when it comes to strength, don't get me wrong, offensive linemen have a particular technique, D linemen have a particular technique, but when you just have sheer brute strength, it can outweigh a lot of that technique stuff that he has not been polished on. Shane Cokes has been in a walking boot for most of the week. Don't know if he'll be ready to go at game time or not. So having Tyler flip over there. One thing Coach Prime has been big on in his just entire college coaching career, Jackson State, Colorado, doesn't matter, is that a guy who can do more than one thing has a better chance in the NFL.
Of course.
And so whether it's, a Travis or a Harge or somebody getting allowed to play on special teams, and they're also a receiver like Jimmy Horn does, he's going to do things that helps this team, but also helps that young player develop where they're more attractive to general manager and player personnel. So I think Tyler's going to be able to show what he can do, and that he can stop somebody from moving him when he was on O-line, and he can move somebody when he's on D-line.
Love it.
And, one thing we haven't talked about on this so far is the advantage of just knowing the other side.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Tyler Brown, heck, he might have 4 tackles for loss this week, or he might never play a live snap at defensive tackle. But just the cross-training and the practice that you get from playing that other position, just listen to Travis talk about it. He knows the leverage that the corner has when he walks up there and what they're looking for and how to kind of trick them into doing what he wants them to do. Tyler being on that side is learning little tricks of the trade of, now I get it. If I do this, I'm opening myself up to that. Yeah. And now I can actually work that. And that's an incredibly valuable thing. And then I have to speak on this. Multiplier said, RK said he was babysitting, not a good enough excuse. You should have just said you didn't want to go. At least be honest.
You had a JSU homecoming?
Yeah.
You had a legit conflict.
Well, and it's not just babysitting. It was our friends were going to a wedding in Mexico. They asked us like 8 months ago.
Somebody's going to a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're keeping a child for a weekend,
for 4 days.
Yeah, that's not babysitting.
Yeah,
that's custody.
It wasn't like I could tell them, like, oh, sorry, actually, I can't do this anymore.
Or leave the baby or take the baby. Like, no, you were legit.
The thing that I'm at blame for is something that I always do, which is if you ask me to do something far enough out, I just assume I have nothing going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can do that for sure. And I never actually cross-reference it. And then it comes around, and I'm like, oh, shit.
You should just know to say no to anything in football season.
Well, that's
going forward.
But then it was the bye week, so I'm like, oh, I'm always free during the bye week.
I got you. I'm just trying to help you.
Sorry. Well, I won't stand for that. I did want to go really bad.
No, you're legit. You're legit. But one of the things I want to underscore on what you talked about, assuming that, like you said, that Tyler doesn't even play a snap on defense, look at the extra development the offensive line got going against a strong guy.
Yeah.
You know, the strongest guy on the team. So he's learning techniques both sides. He's getting to display that technique against his unit or the guy he's going against in that drill or that situation. So rising tide lifts all boats. I think the team got better with him playing both ways this week.
So with that, the offensive line from left to right is Jordan, Justin, Hank, Khalil, Phil.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So
then, but of course you're going to have Khalil coming in, interchangeability, but that will be the starter.
Right, Kareem's probably still rotating in, right?
Yep, exactly. Which everyone beat us up all summer long when we said that was going to be the philosophy.
Yeah.
That doesn't work. And I think this team in the past 3 games has given them like a sacker game or something compared to 7 a year ago.
Yeah.
So I think it's working.
We talked to Isaiah Gustav on Tuesday. Yeah. He was up there. I mean, he's really having a breakout right now.
Yeah, he is, man.
Coach Prime kind of said it still seems like he's going to start. He wasn't really definitive about it, but it seems like he's going to start again. I mean, the evolution of this offense is something we've also talked about. I mean, we're going against a team who's going to pass the ball a lot, who's prolific on offense. Do we see an uptick in the run game this week, do you think?
I think you're going to see an uptick in the utilization of the running back. I think one of the backs, and I know we're going to do our prime players and that kind of thing tomorrow, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is a game where one of the backs has a lot of receptions.
All right.
And that's part of the hesitation on who's going to start because, you know, hands is a different thing than running.
For sure.
And so you want to go with the hands guy who's been hot that week.
Yeah.
But I think it's still Zay, though.
What?
These panhandle roads are extra bumpy.
Yeah, there it is right there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few
mishaps?
Yeah, that's a good word.
Disasters?
No, I wasn't going to use that word.
There was a disaster.
Workers' comp.
No.
Don't speak that into existence.
Oh, he's better than me. I'd still be laying down. Like, oh, my skull. I can't continue. Pull the bus over.
I'm telling that story. So the way that the camera is stabilized right now is on, like, I would call it a bracket.
Yeah.
You got 2 poles that are, you know, from floor to ceiling.
Yeah, like a goalpost.
Yeah,
like
I think you guys actually would have seen it if you watched Sleeper Sunday last time.
Uh-huh.
And then a bar that goes across. And so it's like, you know, stuck into the ground and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Well, we had to set up while we were moving this time. Normally we set up while we're stopped.
Yes.
But because of the road conditions and how slow the traffic was this morning and the fact that we had to turn back and redouble our steps, we are low on hours for Kenny Highways. Kenny Highways can only drive us for 10 hours a day. So what we don't want to happen is where we're 45 minutes away from our destination and we're out of time.
Yeah.
So we didn't have time to stop. And so we had to set it up on the fly. So we finally got it set up. And Alyssa was like trying to get everything ready. And then we hit a bump and like a stop. She bumped into the pole. It swung around and hit RC in the face.
Clocked him, bro.
He took it, though. He stood in the pocket, took the hit, didn't flinch.
No.
I don't know where he is now. Hopefully
I think he's laying down up there.
I think he had his head in the refrigerator. Yeah.
He's got a cool Coors Light right here.
Blue mountains across his forehead. It was that was loud.
Sir Mix-a-Lot said baby got back, and back knocked the pole over. So
that was a moment.
Was.
When I looked up here to see what the back here, rather to see what the commotion was, he was holding the pole. And I was like, man, what a save. Did he catch that before he hit him?
No.
He caught it off the bounce.
Yeah, well, I told Onga, I said, he caught it with his face.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Camera survived, though.
He's
Camera did survive.
He's a trooper, man.
RC survived. Alyssa survived. We all survived.
We're here. We're surviving.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah, this is some cool shit, man. Like,
It
we're
is.
literally moving and doing a show.
Damn right it is.
Yeah, and I think people can kind of see out the windows on the shot. This is the way it's looked all day.
Yeah.
Just gray. We can't see more than, I don't know, 500 yards out of the windows. You just
And
see
let's lighten up some. It was worse than that.
Yeah.
It was like a whiteout.
And we lost an hour just moving into Oklahoma.
Yeah, and we had to go through some weird, like, side roads to get here. We went through a place called Rocky Ford, Colorado.
Yeah, it's been
We
a day.
learned about that. There's no cantaloupes that come from there.
And what's the name of their high school team?
The, oh gosh. The Melineers.
Melineers. There.
I love it.
Melineers.
I
And their
love it.
logo is like a jacked melon.
Yeah. So Delta State in Mississippi is the Fighting Okras, and there's a jacked okra.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
I want the Okras to play the Melineers.
Hell
man.
yeah. Let's go.
That would be a hell of a showdown. I bet you the okra would kill them, considering the Melineers come from a town of 3,200.
And considering that Delta State has been the national champion of their division, like, you
Yeah.
just don't schedule them. Shout out to the Fighting Okras.
Let's take a break.
Take a
Shout out.
break.
Wait, really quick, because we're going to swap in
Yeah.
Scott for
Scotty.
Unk.
Scotty
for this
Pockets is on the bus. Let me tell you something. I know you got a break to do, but I don't give a shit. I spent some time with Scotty Pockets up front, man, getting to know Scotty Pockets. The pockets are deep. There's no more Scotty Pockets. It is SDP. It's Scotty Deep Pockets.
Let's go.
Let's go.
SDP greater than SVP.
Oh, man, he is.
Wow.
That dude's got game, man. He don't have a beard, but he's got game.
Before we let you go, your thoughts just on the game. What do you think is going to happen? Well, I guess we're going to do predictions tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do
we'll
predictions
have
your
tomorrow, but
feelings,
you already know
your
what I
feelings on the
believe.
matchup.
Here's what I believe. This game and then every game after it is now the most important game of the season.
Amen.
And so I believe that the players recognize that. I believe that the coaches recognize that. And no one is resting on like, oh, well, we got 6, we're good. With the Big 12 championship being like that brass ring that's right there that you can grab, the fight is for that. And you have to have this one for that to still matter.
Yeah.
And I think everybody knows that. And I'll tell you, I like this team, man. I like this coaching staff they have at Texas Tech. I love the dynamic of the players. One of the keys I'm looking forward to is can we hold their back under 100 yards or not? Because no one else has been able to.
Yeah.
So I like the matchup. I got us, but I like the matchup.
Yeah, when Coach Prime was kind of asked about that on Tuesday, I mean, he almost went into like a deep like monologue, like just talking about this team's been talked upon, disrespected, all this stuff. Like, I definitely don't get the sense from this team that they are satisfied by any means at all.
At all. And this is one of those ones that would just like sting to no end if you didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like this is that important to them.
Yep.
It's a must win. And then guess what happens when we win it? Next week is a must win.
Yes, sir.
Like these last 4 just are everything. It reminds you of
We're in
NFL
playoff mode.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
playoff mode. It's like win in advance.
Yeah.
Win and go home.
And I was just talking about that yesterday. It's like we're at a point of the season now where you can almost say every time you win, you guarantee another game.
Yep.
Yeah.
From here on out, and obviously there's a couple that even if you lose, you still got them. But from here on out, it's you win and you got another one. You win and you got another one. You win and you got another one. And it's a great place to be. I mean, especially like when you have seniors to play for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shedeur, Shiloh. Travis technically,
Yeah, and let me look
this is their last dance.
way ahead because I get this question almost daily on comments or just inbox emails. Yes, the further we go, Travis and Shedeur are going to keep playing. Like, so don't worry about what if we have success, what are we going to do? Are they going to dial it in? They're not dialing it in until the mission is complete.
Those guys want to play for Coach Prime as long as they can. I think.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's
So,
hit a break.
when I switch out,
Yeah, we should bring up a graphic. Bring up the thumbnail.
I don't want you reading while I'm blocking the camera.
Yeah, so
you're good.
We'll put up a thumbnail and let you guys have a peaceful transition here.
Yeah. You good? Yeah. It's brothers.
Oh man.
Be careful, please. All right, Jake, send it.
Alrighty. Shout out to the homies, the friends over at Game Time. We are waiting, actually. Not yet. We are just killing airtime.
Oh, okay.
Wait until Scotty gets up here. He's
All right.
snacking on some chips right now.
Doritos, sweet
Looks like
chili
some
Doritos. Is that
Doritos?
what that was?
Spicy nacho.
Spicy nachos.
Okay.
There you go. Damn, dude's got the camel Crocs. Holy cow,
I
dude.
got this in Italy.
Jesus.
Got these in Italy. He says, what a flex.
Squad.
Let's go,
Scotty Deep Pockets for real.
What's poppin'?
Getting that designer in Italy.
Shout out to the friends at Game Time, the homies. If you're headed out to Lubbock this weekend to watch the game, Game Time's where you got to go. Download the app, use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS. You'll get $20 off your first purchase. There is a ton of stuff going on at Game Time right now. NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, concerts, events, whatever's going on in your city, download the app. Again, use the promo code BUFFS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
Game time. Also, shout out to Bet365. It only takes a couple miles in a state where you can't get in on Bet365 before you start missing it.
Yeah.
We were in Colorado for 7 hours in this bus.
And we messed up.
And we forgot to put our bets in.
Terrible.
Huge L. But you guys can make up for us and get in on all of the great bets over at Bet365. And always know that if your team in football goes up by 17 points in the game, that thing cashes. You could have a plus 800 money line, take a 17-0 lead, and then blow that whole thing, and it won't matter for you. You're cashing plus 800.
True.
It's a beautiful thing. So sign up over at Bet365. Use the code DNVR365, and when you deposit $10 and bet $5 or more, you will get $200 in bonus bets, and you can use that whole thing all at once.
Sheesh.
One bet if you want it that way. So get over to Bet365, download the app, and use the code DNVR365 to unlock that. Plus, you get first 2 months of Altitude Plus courtesy of Bet365. An unbelievable deal. Once you have the code, head over to Altitude Plus to make an account and redeem your code to start streaming Nuggets and Avs games. Of course, you must be 21 and older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well done.
Good stuff.
What's up, bro?
What up, fellas? RK, Jaquan, how we doing, boys? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too, man.
How's your first Great American Stampede trip going?
Man, it's going, man. I really can't complain. We had some bit of turbulence early on, but Kenny Highway, shout out to him, getting us going in the right direction. We own this thing, man. It's going well.
It's turning into DNVR versus the weather versus
Honestly.
Mother Nature on these things.
I
It's
felt
crazy.
a little bit of, yesterday from you, I felt a little bit of some nervousness,
Yeah.
trepidation.
That's exactly the word I was going to use. There was a bit of a little deep-seated, trepidation. I wasn't sure what to expect, especially after, RG. I think RG tried to scare me the other day. I'm not going to lie.
Was that
So
part
that-
of like a hazing?
That
routine?
might have been part of it. So, but yeah, no complaints so far, man. The
Let's
bus
go.
has been treating me well.
Hell yeah.
I'd love to hear it.
All
Also,
right.
you caved to the peer pressure and put on
Yeah,
Buffs
man.
gear.
I'm a man of the people. You ask me enough times, I might just say yes and be like, you know what, you got it. But I wouldn't get too used to this.
I love it.
All right. Let's talk Texas Tech. We watched a little bit of them. We watched the 2007 Texas Tech game. The whole game.
That was fun.
It was.
I was actually shocked because I was watching that last night and this morning. I got into it. And then I was like, I'm just going to throw this on, and if anyone complains, I'll change it. But everyone kind of got locked in on that game.
I mean, there wasn't much else to do.
That was a
liked it.
sick game. Terrence Wheatley,
3-pick game. Crazy.
That Texas Tech team had Graham Harrell, Danny Amendola, Michael Crabtree.
Yep.
It was a good Michael Crabtree game,
yeah.
too. Boy, Denver went for 200.
Yep, that was fun to watch. And of course, the Buffs: Cody Hawkins, Scotty McKnight, Nate Solder, Terrence Wheatley, of course, Ryan Walters.
Yeah.
On that team.
There
It was
you
fun to
go.
watch. But then we also watched 2024.
Exactly. We did watch some Texas Tech. I think we've watched quite a bit of Texas Tech, honestly, just on Saturdays throughout the season so far. Takeaways from the film. Who wants to start?
Texas Tech? I'm on my Soldier Boy Drake. Texas Tech. The Texas Tech that gave a 51 to Abilene Christian.
Yeah, that Texas
The
Tech.
Texas Tech that gave a 41 to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The Texas Tech that gave a 59 to Baylor. That Texas
59?
Tech? 59 to Baylor. Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the Texas Tech defense. I mean, I've written about it. Go check it out on DNVR.com. If you're a diehard, of course, make sure you are a diehard. But this is a dream matchup for Shedeur Sanders and this Colorado passing offense in particular. Texas Tech has the fewest sacks in the Big 12 this season, so they have had pressure getting after. They've had issues, struggles, putting pressure on the quarterback, getting the quarterback on the ground in terms of sacks. They also allow the most passing yards per game in the Big 12. Over 300 passing yards in the air per game. No other Big 12 team is even allowed more than like 261. So this Texas Tech secondary can be had in multiple ways, early and often. And I think, as I said earlier this week, I think this is a spot where Shedeur Sanders has one of them Heisman Trophy type games where, you know, again, we're talking about 400 plus yards, 4 touchdowns. And again, honestly, he might not even have to do that, right? Because I really like how Colorado's defense is playing, and I like how this matches up for them as well this week. So I think it's going to be a big, explosive day for the offense, though, for sure.
Yeah, and I don't mean this in a literal sense, and because I think people won't like this general idea, but I really do believe it, so I'm going to say it anyway.
Do it, man.
I think Colorado could win this game without ever putting a running back in the game.
Probably, bro.
Like, they could go 5 wide on every single play and win this football game.
Sounds like TCU.
I was going to say, we saw Baylor and TCU have a lot of success with 4 or 5 receivers on the field.
Yeah, and so obviously you're going to get out there and you're going to try to establish the run because this team has been most successful this season when they're able to be multidimensional.
Right.
But the mismatch that exists between Colorado's passing offense and Texas Tech's passing defense really should be the difference in this game. And, you know, it's such a comforting feeling to know that, like, you're going to get a good game from Shedeur.
Yep. Number 12 on Texas Tech is barbecue chicken.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to circle that guy. They got to target him early and often, maybe with our own number 12, because these DBs, they struggle to tackle in space. They struggle to cover in space. They struggle to run downfield. This should be a field day for this offense.
you know what would be one of the coolest things to do, I think?
Alyssa. Camera.
There's the Crocs.
Crotch shot.
Yeah, there's the Crocs, though.
Croc shot? Crotch shot.
You know what would low-key be one of the coolest things to do, though?
Huh.
From my perspective? Watch film with Shedeur.
Oh, of course.
Because, again, to talk about it this week, he's been amazing throughout his college career with extra time to prepare, whether that be season openers, whether that be after bye weeks.
Yeah.
And, I would just love to sit in the film session with Shedeur watching this Texas Tech defense. And I just know that man is licking his chops and knowing that he's in for a big day and that multiple of his guys, his receivers, are in for a big day and can hit pay dirt.
Yep. Well, and it's multiple. It's not just the secondary who will obviously, I think, have trouble with this group of wide receivers. It's a pass rush.
Yeah.
You know, we watched Sawyer Robertson go through his entire progression, throw an absolute seed, but, like, you don't get to go through your entire progression unless you're just chilling back there.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the game. I will say they got after Hoover a little bit in the TCU game, and that's actually what almost won them the football game. Is, you know, they were down 14-3, just punted, and they get a strip sack on Hoover, and that leads to the fake field goal touchdown. That really flipped the entire thing, because I think that if they don't make that play, TCU, like they did most of the day, just has their way with the defense, goes down, makes it 21-3, and that thing's over. They still ended up losing the game, but they were able to get to Hoover a couple times. So it's not that they're completely incapable, but they are not consistent.
Yeah, and I would add that too. Like, one thing that this Texas Tech defense is good at doing is forcing turnovers. They have the 3rd most forced turnovers in the conference this year, which is interceptions and fumbles recovered. And again, that's kind of their recipe to success defensively. They're kind of bend don't break and hoping they can
steal possessions.
Force an offense into a turnover or mistake. So, luckily for CU, they haven't had many balls on the ground. Shedeur is, historically, typically pretty careful with the football. So again, I think this matches up really well for CU offensively this week.
On the other side of the ball, I mean, Baron Morton has his moments, but he can get a little sloppy trying to force the football into tight windows. Josh Kelly's the weapon that you're going to have to watch for on the outside there, but Taj Brooks, that's where it all comes down to. This guy's ran, as Unc said, for over 100 yards in every single game this season. He's averaging 5.1 yards per carry and has scored a touchdown in 7 of 8 games this season. They are a wide-open spread offense, but they give this guy the ball a ton, man. I think the least amount of carries he's had in a game is 17. That was North Texas, and then only 21 in a win over Arizona.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, though, because as pointed out by our PFF friends, they only run the ball 40% of the time.
Yeah.
But basically any run that they ever call is going to him, as it probably should. Mm-hmm. They do have a little, smaller scat back guy that they use too. But for the most part, when they run the ball, it's going to Taj Brooks. Baron Morton is legit as a college quarterback. If you had him, that's just... I would say he's an above-average college quarterback. He gives you a decent chance to win most games that he starts if the rest of the team does their job. But he's not good enough to shoulder the entire load. And so if Colorado can stop Taj Brooks, who is good enough to shoulder the entire load, if you put them in a position where they can run the ball at will, they will and he will. If you take him away, Baron Morton's going to make some mistakes, and if you get into a Shedeur...
Week, right, you stop Taj Brooks, you stop Texas Tech, and obviously if you allow him to get going, that's going to allow their RPO game to get going as well, because you get that defense really locked in on stopping Brooks after he has some success. That's when they're able to, Morton's able to pull it out of that pocket and throw it right behind the defense. So again, it really is going to come down to Taj Brooks stopping him, and that's something this Colorado defense has faced at least a couple times this year. An offense that is driven by a talented running back, and if you stop him, pretty much makes the quarterback renders him useless. So I think that's the plan. And also too, obviously Texas Tech runs a lot of tempo as well, and that's something that this defense has had a lot of experience with going against the Colorado offense this offseason and throughout the season. So I think that's another thing working in their favor.
Well, and that tempo only works if you get rolling.
Right.
You're not going to tempo your way into a 30-second 3-and-out.
Facts.
Oh, yeah. Big game for Colorado's front seven on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, those linebackers who have made such an impact, going to have to get to Taj Brooks, going to have to bring him down, gang tackling, get into the football. Big game for the ends again. I feel like we say this stuff every week, though. Big game for the defensive ends, not just rushing the passer, but winning one-on-one and running situations, too. Again, tackling. Just tackle, get the guy to the ground, and I think they'll be very successful on Saturday.
Yeah, and the big one here is, don't over-pursue your angle. Mm-hmm. It happened a little bit against DJ Giddens, and I think he's shiftier than Brooks.
Yes.
But Brooks still has that nasty backfield jump cut, and it's if you kind of zero in on him and just try to dive or whatever, he is quick enough to make you miss. Break down, give your teammates time to rally to the football, make him dance a little bit, and you can make those plays. I feel like a lot of the times where I see him making a big play, it's defensive end crashes down too hard, he jumps outside and bounces it, and so he's a fun back to watch, though, man. He's to me, when I watch him run, I'm like, this is the dream Coach Prime running back.
Yep, for sure. All right, chat's cooking me, so let's take a break.
What are they on you for now?
They've been on a little extra
crazy.
The last couple days.
They really have been.
They're getting too comfortable with us, man.
Yes, they are. All right, let's take our break. Shout out to our friends over at Empire today. They redid the floors in our Studio A, back in Denver, and it's beautiful. It's not only beautiful, it's durable. We have a lot of shows. We have a lot of people that work at DNVR, so set pieces get moved around a lot, and that floor still looks like the day it was put in. If you need a new floor for your home or business, hit up our friends over at Empire today, and they will gladly help you out. You can schedule a free in-home estimate today, and all listeners can receive a $350 off discount when you use the promo code DNVR. Some restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/DNVR for details.
Can you guys imagine how cool it would be if we had a tour bus that we took around the country to all the away games and did podcasts live from
Sounds like a dream.
That'd be sick, bro.
Oh, right, we are doing that, and it's because of Promotico. They set us up with this unbelievable vehicle that has really become a second home for us. I love being on here, man, and we couldn't have done it without Promotico. They are amazing. They provided us with the incredibly skilled driver that is sailing us through these rough seas right now, Kenny Highways. Can't say enough good things about the service that they provide. I really feel like it's A1. So Shout out to Promotico. If you are looking to do something similar, go to Promotico.net. That's PROMOTOCO.net. Or visit 678-208-3436. Or call that number, not visit it.
Yes. All right. Picks.
Picks.
Let's go.
Week 11 Big 12 picks. The entire conference is playing this weekend. So we have,
Not the entire.
No, we have 6 games, so 2 teams are off. Don't ask me who's off. Starting with this one. West Virginia headed to Cincinnati to take on a team that we found out firsthand. It's a pretty tough Bearcats team. Unk hopping on the mic?
Makes sense.
Unk's going to be off camera, but he's going to be on the mic here in just a second. He's going to get some picks in with us.
I can hear.
You can hear us?
Yeah.
We can't hear you, though. Hold on. We're getting him in.
On it. And we've got Unk.
Bump, bump, bum, dum, 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 Mission Impossible. Hey, you guys look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You too.
Likewise, brother.
The people are being robbed that they.
Yeah, do you want to sit here?
No, I'm good.
I'll host offset.
Yeah, bro.
You want to sit right here, bro?
And we should let the camera drop again?
Yeah.
And I make snow angels in the carpet. Empire.
West Virginia headed to Cincinnati. Cincinnati are 5-point favorites at home.
Bro, I was looking through a preseason Big 12 quarterback rankings that came out.
Oh, Lord.
and
Yikes.
West Virginia fans were losing their mind saying that Garrett Green was being disrespected.
It's
Yeah.
low-key PFF's fault. I remember them saying that he's like the most underrated quarterback in college football before the season.
Dang.
Get 'em.
Hopefully not our guys.
I don't think so, but who knows?
Get 'em.
Anyways, Garrett Green was not underrated. He was actually overrated significantly. And West Virginia, not a good football team.
West Virginia's 4-4. Cincinnati's 5-3.
Give me Cincinnati.
I really like this slate. First off, of Big 12 games.
Yeah,
I think
it's
this
fun.
is really good for gambling. But I like Cincinnati as well. I think they're a really good team, and they're at home. So
So
Go with
you're
the Cats.
all on Cincinnati.
I didn't pick.
yeah, you ain't pick yet.
Go ahead, though.
Oh, shit. Cincinnati at home, man.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
Right.
I've seen West Virginia highlights, and they're not many.
West Virginia can run the ball really well, but yeah, Garrett Green hasn't been exactly great. I'm going to take the Bearcats as well. Give him the old DNVR Buffs curse with a clean sweep.
Garrett
Next
Green, 56% completions this year, 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
I actually didn't even know it was that bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Has he been running the ball?
That's what he
Let's see.
typically does.
Let's hope.
He did a lot last year.
Garrett Green, 76 carries for 471 yards,
That's solid.
3 touchdowns, 6.2 yards per carry. That's good.
Not bad. All right. The
Play
team,
running back.
the team who lost to Texas Tech last week, Iowa State, they dropped their first game of the season, and they are taking on one of the most Jekyll and Hyde teams in this conference in the Kansas Jayhawks in Arrowhead Stadium. The Cyclones are 3-point favorites on the road.
Give me the Jayhawks.
Really?
Yep. I think that the Cyclones are spiraling. See what I did there?
Jesus.
It all started against UCF, which is the game they should have lost. Then they lost last week. And I just think, they had a little bit of magic, a little bit of mojo going that they were riding. And I think that the magic fairy dust has worn off.
I like Iowa State. I think they're a good team. I don't think they're going to let last week's loss turn into, back-to-back losses. I'll take the Cyclones.
And by the way, I only spoke about Iowa State there, but Kansas has low-key got it back together. They're not, world beaters all of a sudden like everyone thought they were going to be, but they're no longer like a joke like they were for a minute.
Yeah.
There's nothing like rock, chalk, Jayhawk at a basketball game. This is football. Give me Iowa. No way they drop 2 in a row. They're kind of like us. Like, they got to keep doing it to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they recognize that. So give me Iowa State
I will
to get it
also
done.
take the Cyclones. I think they're a really good football team, man. I like their running back. Beck to make some plays with his legs and with his arm, and then they actually have some decent receivers too, so I'll take the Cyclones. Let's do this one. UCF on the road, traveling way out west to Tempe, Arizona to take on the now, I guess, full strength, technically, Arizona State Sun Devils with Sam Levitt back at quarterback. Cam Scattaboo lost his dog earlier this week. He found it, though. It's okay.
I was like, what do you
The way you said
actually
that,
lost or like, did he die?
He
or
did.
Like?
No.
It was just. I think it all happened last night.
Yeah.
Like he was gone for a minute, then he was back.
Yeah. Sun Devils 2.5-point favorites at home. Who are you picking?
Is Scattaboo playing?
He is banged up as well, yes. I will try and find an update for you if you want to.
Scattaboo in, give me Arizona State. Scattaboo out, give me UCF.
Fair enough.
I think I like the Sun Devils either way it goes, especially at home. I like them in this spot.
Yeah, I like them at home as well, and that's a long travel trip for UCF, who has, even though they've had some ups, they still haven't recovered from the ass whooping we put on them. Like, they just haven't been the same team.
Yeah.
And I think that cross-country trip, Scattaboo found his dog, play for the dog, win one for the Gipper. Give me Arizona State.
I'm changing my pick. I'm going UCF.
All right, UCF did
Because-
score 56 points on Arizona last week.
And they got a new quarterback.
Yeah,
Actually,
oh,
he's a
yeah.
freshman.
Fourth stringer.
Yeah,
They're just
I think he's a freshman. or
turning
something.
over every rock
So
in
I'm
Florida.
gonna go with the Knights. Road upset.
It does not. I don't know. It's unclear whether Scattaboo is going to play or not.
Okay, well, my pick is conditional.
I don't care. I'm taking the better quarterback. I'm going to take Sam Levitt and the ASC Sun
Whoa,
Devils.
Don't hate on Dylan Rizk like
you don't know that. You don't know that.
I do know that.
Stand by it, Jake. Stand on business.
I will. Oklahoma State still winless in the conference. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Does that mean they're due?
Sheesh.
Does it mean they're due? They are headed on over to Fort Worth. They are 0-6 in the conference to take on the TCU Horned Frogs, who sit at 3-3 in the conference, 5-4 overall. TCU are 11-point favorites. Can you
That's
put
crazy.
11 on TCU like that? Come on.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, they have a good offense.
Yeah.
Their Achilles heel is turnovers,
Yeah.
and so that's how they don't cover and potentially even lose this game if they start turning that thing over. If they're able to play an even mostly clean game, I think they can score 40 points on Oklahoma State, and so yeah, give me TCU to cover.
I'm going to take Oklahoma State to cover. I agree with you, Jake. I think 11 is too much, even for TCU with their explosive offense, even being at home. Like you said, Josh Hoover, he's electric, but he can be electric for both teams at times, So I think he's going to have one or two turnovers, and I think that's going to allow Oklahoma State to either stay in the game or steal it late.
Take it from me, brother. It's hard being a Cowboy now, whether it's Oklahoma State or Dallas.
Yeah.
So give me TCU and give me TCU to cover it as well. Like, they're going to whoop them.
I'm going to take the Cowboys.
All right, a split decision, first one.
Next one. Big game. Maybe the biggest game of the weekend besides ours.
No,
No?
I mean it's a big game
In the
but-
conference, for sure.
Yeah, but I'll get to my answer. and I'll tell you.
Yeah, you're going to be a hater here. BYU, the Holy War, taking the 50-mile drive up north to Salt Lake City to take on the Utah Utes.
I think they should have to call this like the holy bout or something.
The Cougars are -3.
Listen,
Oh, boy.
Isaac Wilson
Hater alert.
can't play. Guy can't play. BYU by 40.
Wow.
Give me Utah.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
straight up.
BYU, yeah, I think Utah wins this weekend.
I so hope you guys are right. I hope
think
I look
Utah
like an
wins this
idiot. I hope
weekend.
Isaac Wilson throws for 400 yards and they beat BYU, but
It's just, bro, y'all have said it multiple times. I don't know why it doesn't apply in this case, but them rivalry games,
I
bro.
know. You
Yeah.
got to have guys.
Yeah.
Did you see this Colorado State rivalry game?
Utah does have guys
All
up
right,
front
yeah.
on both sides. Although they did just lose their best offensive lineman for the season, I believe, which isn't ideal, as well as one of their best receivers.
Yeah.
But it's something about that Holy War, man, especially with it being in the home of the Utes. Give me Utah.
These fan bases genuinely hate each other.
For real. It's going to be crazy in there.
Yeah.
It's Mormon on Mormon crime.
Well, that's
Should
the
be
thing
exciting.
is that Utah fans are mostly not Mormon.
Hey, man, I'm
exactly.
learning so much today.
Yeah,
We're in the Panhandle.
That's
you
why
visit
it's a holy
Panhandles, you
war.
learn things. Give me, emotion, guys. I would really love for Iowa State to lose, love for BYU to lose, but Iowa State ain't losing, BYU ain't losing. They're both going to win this weekend.
This might be the lowest moment for Utah football in
a while.
Yeah. That's what I think is about to happen. Like, rock bottom for them in terms of what they expect as a fan base and what they're going to get.
You know, this is no shot at Staub. Like, Ryan Staub is a dude. Ryan Staub is also a backup quarterback, so I'm talking about backup quarterbacks just in general. Remember, they needed a couple of miracles to beat us last year.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, we sucked.
Miracles. They needed the refs.
I was saying, Travis had at least one touchdown taken.
Yeah. And they haven't improved since then. They've gotten worse since then.
Yeah.
So I don't see it. I see BYU getting that.
I'm riding with Scott. We've been talking about this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Utah is winning this football game. I think they're going to come out fired up. If there's any game they come out fired up for this year, it's this one.
This is the only way they can kind of salvage their season.
Absolutely.
They'll win this weekend.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm with Arcade, man. You got to have dudes.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear that.
Most importantly,
have?
you got to have a quarterback. Retzlaff. That's who they have. He's slinging it.
I don't know about him. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Compared to Isaac Wilson, I know about
relative to Isaac Wilson, sure, but we'll see.
Where's Utah's 4th-string quarterback? Go the UCF route, man.
They should.
They really should.
Or just run Wildcat the whole game. They have a better chance.
We've talked enough about it. Let's pick it. Colorado -4 going to Lubbock to take on the Red Raiders.
Score?
Yeah.
42-21 Colorado.
Say it again?
42-21 Colorado.
It's a doubling them up.
Yep.
Bet. I like 41-24 Buffs.
You know me. I'm always 2 touchdowns in the field goal. We're 17 or more, man. I like what Scotty Deep Pocket said. They really don't have a secondary that can handle our offense efficiency. And I really think that, Arcade said it kind of jokingly well-wishing, but I think you're going to see running backs at receiver out there this week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
How many points has the Buffs won their last 2 road games by?
27.
Give me the Buffs 41-14.
That's 27.
Yep.
He's mathing
by the
over
way,
there.
I've picked the Buffs score total points correctly in back-to-back games.
Yeah, you have.
34 2 times in a row.
And you had 42?
And I have not picked them to score 40 once this year, I don't believe. I can't remember what I said against North Dakota State, but I don't think I even picked 40 in that game. So this is my first time. 42.
42? Okay. So there you go. The Buffs are scoring 42 points tomorrow.
It's out there.
It is out there. All right. Let's take our final break, and then we will get to questions, get them in the chat right now, and we will get to them here very shortly. Shout out to our friends over at UC Health. Big emphasis now, men's health. Look, guys, let's be honest. Sometimes we try to tough a lot of things out.
Oh, yeah.
We don't go to the doctor when we should, and we just think we're healthier than we are.
Too close to home for me.
Well, this is why we're talking about it. UC Health wants to let you know, especially the men out there, just go get checked out, man. If you have something going on, hit up the doctor. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. And they're trying to make it as easy as possible to get it done with online scheduling and other convenient features available in the UC Health app. So download it now to get started. You can go to UC Health's dedicated men's health page to see more of these conversations, as well as content and resources for men to take charge of their health at uchealth.org/men's health.
Also, I got distracted by how far away we were. Shout out Circle K.
Yes.
Check out this level of customer care, customer service at Circle K. We went to the same Circle K today that we went to last time when we were heading to Tucson.
Yeah.
The woman working there immediately recognized us the second she walked in. She, oh my God, long time no see. Probably because we inadvertently made her life a living hell that day.
She probably went home and just complained so hard about us, bro.
Y'all cleared the store out.
But she still greeted us with a smile and so much warmth, and she was telling us about all the meal deals.
Yep.
And we were all starving because we got caught in crazy traffic, so we needed the meal deals. But shout out to Circle K, man. They've got hot food that I enjoyed. I had a ham and Swiss sandwich that hit.
So did I.
Yeah, you liked it?
Yeah, it was
I talked you into it.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, man. They've got good stuff over there, and also the snacks, the gas prices, all of it is awesome. So become an Inner Circle Rewards Program member by scanning the QR code on the screen, and hit up Circle K. They love us.
Gotta say,
up Circle K.
Gotta say, man, my first time in a Circle K, man. They don't got too many Circle Ks, if any, where I'm from, Chicago, Midwest, Milwaukee, or whatever. But first time in there, I was thoroughly impressed. Everything you could possibly need.
Oh yeah, including more Coors.
Absolutely. All right, Alyssa. What do we got? Also, check out Alyssa's 21 questions on our YouTube page.
Yes. Wait, let me ask you this, Alyssa. Are there a lot of questions specifically for Unk?
Let's see.
My question is, should I tap out and let him tap in?
There's none specifically so far, no.
All right, Unk, you want to stay? All right. Sounds good.
Hey, shout out to everybody complimenting me on the waves, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy to do this. Unk know. I'm sure Unk know. Probably back in the day, right? Something like that.
Back in the day, I'm right now. Back in these nuts, I'm ready.
I know it.
Yeah, we're all drowning in here, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
Artemis wants to know, Scotty P, how has the road trip been going for you, my man?
Artemis, it's been going amazing, man. It's really a blessing to be here with this wonderful group of gentlemen and Alyssa, the FDP, the GOAT. So I'm enjoying myself thoroughly, my guy.
It's been fun. Although, I would like to get off this bus at some point.
You got about 2 hours.
I low-key haven't reached that point. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm
either.
like, I need to get off.
I honestly, the stress of the fact that there was a chance at one point that we might not be getting
That's fair.
to Texas today
Yeah.
has me just so thankful that we're still moving.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you, man, for handling things earlier this morning, man. I'm
Thank
sure that
you.
wasn't.
He's the captain.
Yeah, man. Go crazy.
I love that I unofficially became that. Like, Unk just goes, RK! Road's closed. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Iceberg, yeah! I want to get it or not, that's on y'all. Did my job.
But I learned about the, what's it called? I downloaded it today. The CO Trip Planner app. That tells you all the roads that are closed. So, yeah.
5280, Ivan wants to know, is this the week Travis gets his pick six and seals the Heisman? Pick six and a touchdown at wide receiver would pretty much solidify that Heisman spot, right?
We need a pick six from Travis Hunter in a Colorado Buffaloes uniform.
God,
we need
that.
one.
Bro, an offensive and defensive touchdown in the same game would be electric.
Wrap it up.
Let's let's go further than that. Defensive touchdown, receiving touchdown, rushing touchdown, passing touchdown, all in the same game.
We haven't seen him throw a
That's
pass
crazy.
yet either, and oh man.
And you know he can.
Oh yeah.
You know he can.
I would hope so, man. I mean, Texas Tech's going to put the ball in the air. You know, Colorado's going to put the ball in the air. So I think if there's any of the remaining 4 games, 5+ actually, this is the opponent. I think it could definitely happen.
I think so too.
Nick A86 wants to know, what is the Bet365 promo code?
DNVR 365.
Yep.
Love and Liberty wants to know, how are the roads, thinking about heading to Lubbock in the Sprinter van?
Depends on where you are.
Yeah, if you're getting out of Denver.
Southern
sheesh.
Colorado, a mess. Wherever we are right now, northern Texas, not bad.
Colorado's about to get destroyed by snow.
Yeah, what'd they say? Upwards of 70 inches on the southern border?
What?
Yeah, and it's like 36 straight hours from when we left Denver.
Yeah.
Of snow.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Derek wants to know, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Assuming we get Juju, for some reason, I think Quinn Ewers would be perfect as a 1-year transfer while Juju learns for a year. What do you guys think?
It's not going to happen.
Isn't Quinn Ewers going to the league?
He's definitely
got
a top draft. Mock draft.
He might have something to think about now.
How old is he, though?
He's not that old, bro.
Okay, all right. I mean, if Bo Nix can be picked 12th overall, I guess.
He transferred out of Ohio
Age
State
doesn't matter.
when
Right.
Justin Fields was there because he was a true freshman then and wanted to win the job as a true freshman. They brought in Justin Fields, and he left and went to Texas.
Speaking of wanting to win the job as a true freshman and leaving if it doesn't happen, that's why Quinn Ewers won't be coming here if Juju is coming here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Atlanta Stay Focused and Informed wants to know how many recruits does CU still from Texas Tech this Saturday?
And I'm not necessarily saying that Juju would leave if he wasn't the starter, but the reason he would be coming here is for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Why even mess with that?
Why do teams keep doing this? Why do they just keep on opening up all their recruiting sections and inviting all these local recruits and letting all these guys come into these Colorado games?
Because it would be electric if they beat Colorado with all them dudes there.
That's what it is.
We have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter.
Look, do you want... let's see if I can come up with a metaphor to explain this. You're inviting a girl over to a party.
Okay.
And you want her to think that, like, you're pretty cool.
Okay.
You know that Saturday night's party is going crazy. It's going to be a banger.
Uh-huh.
But there's also a party happening on Thursday night. It's just a low-key kind of kickback. Which one are you inviting her to? You're not, like, close. You're not that close yet, you know, so it's not like you're trying to... You're inviting her to Saturday is the point. I don't know if this is a good metaphor, but I think my point is getting across.
I'm catching on now, yes.
Every other game that schools play against other teams is a kickback.
Yeah.
When you play Colorado, it's a party.
Yep.
What are you saying,
You want them to have a memory.
I'm saying I agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You want them to have a good time, a memory.
And you want them to see your stadium packed.
Yeah, that too.
And everywhere Colorado goes, the stadium is sold out. So it's risky. And UCF learned that the hard way. But I
Arizona.
slightly understand the thought process behind it because of what Scott said. Yeah. If you're able to pull it off, and every team is going to be confident that they can, you know, that's going to be your best atmosphere of the season.
It's low-key worth the risk from their perspective.
Okay, we do have a question for Unk. Gennaro wants to know how many recruits are coming to the Texas Tech game to see us.
He doesn't know.
I have no idea.
The way he threw his hands up.
$100 super chat from Mama Tia says, hello, Unk and DNVR fans. Mama Tia waving. See you guys Saturday.
Give him the mic.
Thank you, Mama Tia. Love you. Hope you're doing well.
See you Saturday.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Baron with the super chat says, happy belated birthday, Alyssa. Looking forward to seeing your 21 questions. Thank you.
It's already up.
21.
Sandra super chat says, AD said we have 20 million for NIL next year. What does that mean?
It means we're going to have a lot of good players on this team next year.
Facts.
Sorry, I mean, I don't know exactly names or anything. That's it, though. Thank you for the super chat. What's up?
I'm going to tell them what that means. So, Scotty Deep Pockets, you'll appreciate this.
Sure will.
If we had 20 million in NIL, this is who we're with this year. Texas has 22.2, Ohio State 20.2, LSU 20.1, Georgia 18.3. These are all millions. Texas A&M is 17.2, Michigan 16.3, Alabama 15.9, Florida 15.8, Clemson 15.2. Yeah. Colorado has $20 million in NIL. We're going to the national championship.
Let's go.
Period.
Cook.
Love it.
Good way to put that.
Okay, last super chat here from JR Max says, have you all seen Feinbaum changing his opinion on Colorado, showing respect?
To be honest, I don't watch anything from Paul Feinbaum or ESPN very much anymore.
Club's full, man. One in, one out.
It lines that way.
I love how Coach Primus talked about him, probably not directly about him, but he's definitely talking about guys like Paul Feinbaum, and he's like, I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. He knows that Colorado pays the bills when it comes to the media space, and I just think it's cool that he understands that, and he not holding no grudges really. He do what you gotta do, but you just gotta stay over there.
Yeah,
Yep.
Here's my thing, and I'm trying, I don't know all of this enough to be consistent about it, but I'm trying to do this. If you had a real football take about Colorado and you were wrong, and now you're saying, hey, I was wrong. Yeah. This is better, that was better. I didn't think they were going to be able to do this and all, whatever.
Respect.
I'm willing to say, like, good job. Way to own it. If you were just spouting off the bullshit, saying Colorado's irrelevant, Coach
GTA.
Prime can't coach, it's GTA over there, like, nah, man, I'm not about that. So it's hard because I don't follow everything else like you. I don't follow everything else close enough to know who was where on that spectrum, but I know with a few people, that it's more actual analysis that you can be wrong about. We're all going to be wrong about analysis at some point, rather than just bullshit tropes.
Absolutely. I'll respect you a lot more if you do that too. If you are actually talking about the game of football, what is happening between the white lines with that brown pill, then yes, you have some level of leeway and forgiveness and absolution. But if you're just being a clown,
Yes.
Last minute.
Are you sure you want to read that?
I'm not reading the second one.
Okay.
Thank you, Toledo Drew, for your super chat. I cannot read that. Chubbs TV, what's up with the beard oil? And RK, where's your Coors Light?
beard. Give the mic to Unc for beard oil.
Hey, I got you on the beer oil.
Oh, yeah. Go to facedbyjazz.com, FACEDBYJAS, facedbyjazz.com, and you'll see the menu for the beard oil. It's excellent.
I need to try some of that.
Uncle Neely approved.
Same, man.
Also, my Coors Light is right here. I just finished mine faster than Jake.
I've been
Babysitting.
hanging
That's
out
what
with
you've
this
been
thing
doing.
for a minute. I need a new one.
Yep. And we're about to go do that.
What's next?
The last one here from Chubbs TV says, if they were wrong, RK, just give them Unc's email.
Yeah. UNCLENEELY.
I forgot to tell y'all. Got quite a few emails.
No way.
Wait,
Yeah,
please.
I swear, got quite a few emails. Not gonna disclose them like I promised them. I replied with ... There were let's say I got 12. 3 of them were just fucking with me, like, hey, nah, I was with y'all all the time.
Yeah.
But the other 8 were like, hey, man, I got to admit I was wrong.
That's
I'm
Respect.
still gonna hate a little bit because I
Wow.
don't want y'all to win it, but I was wrong. Y'all got a good team. I just went reply ... So hey, the tent is still open if y'all want to come in now.
So
go.
confirm the haters are actually watching still.
Oh,
Yes.
bro.
They had
I
no
love it.
choice.
I love
They're
it.
tuning in more and more each week.
Hi guys.
The stakes keep getting higher. Who are you waving to? Oh, the
The
haters.
haters.
I thought you were waving to
What
like
do you mean?
RC and RG.
It took like 2 seconds. Anything else?
That's
That is it. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Pre-game show tomorrow.
Do you guys want to know what city we're in?
Sure.
That'd be cool.
We are currently in Cactus, Texas.
Let's go.
Cactus, Texas. On our way to Dumas, Texas.
Dumbass.
Shout Jacob Polite in the comments. That's my guy.
Yeah, have you been in constant contact with him about like meeting up?
I meant to text him back the other night and I forgot.
Shaking my head.
I knew that.
Oh, he texted me an hour ago.
All right, we'll connect. Honestly, I should just give Jacob my number.
Sure.
2 hours away from our destination.
Let's go.
We just may be getting there tonight.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to play some video games, drink some Coors Lights,
And
amongst other things.
have a night.
Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.